So we've been talking. We can go through again. I am
Are we back
Berticus.
now?
Yeah, they can hear us now. All right, I'm
Oh,
Berticus.
fantastic.
We are casting LiT Unknown versus First Pick Nova. It is the first chair league game we have casted since the last season. I am joined today by Balanon and Kyle C. Rat.
Hello, hello. Tonight we are doing Tuesday Night Heroes, Division 3, between first place and first pick Nova, and then LiT Unknown. Both teams come into tonight with 0 losses. First pick sitting at 3-0, and LiT sitting at 1-0. So both teams have a lot on the line tonight. You know, you don't want to suffer that first loss of the season. So. And obviously, because we're up on the rules, Garrosh will be available tonight. You know, since we were muted when we didn't know, I can pull that off, right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Good, good.
Our first game will be being taken held on Infernal Shrines. Do we know who picked?
Yeah, so LiT Unknown had map pick, and First Pick Nova has first pick. So we will see if they get to actually go Nova or not.
We have readies in the lobby, and we are about to get underway with the draft.
Don't know why we need to be ready, but we're totally ready for this.
The casters are ready. We are prepared. So what do you guys think we're gonna see first ban here? Do you still see that Genji or maybe Malthael?
I'm expecting to see Genji, Malthael, maybe even an Anubarak or Dahaka. Or maybe even Garrosh if they're just afraid of the new hero.
That's what I was thinking. We may see the initial ban of the new hero because people are uncomfortable with him still. But I'm thinking we see Genji, Anu, Uther, anything like that. I mean, pretty standard bans coming across.
The Uther ban, and Uther seems to be getting played a lot or banned a lot recently.
The lockdown out of Uther, along with his devotion, is just very strong for the CC teams, and most people play CC, so I think that's probably why we see the resurgence of the Uther pick ban combination.
Those stun comps coming right back into fashion back when we started playing 2 years ago with the Tyrande Diablo combination, stuff like that. I'm just waiting for that to come back.
You know, Dibbles is starting to get played a little more often. Still not quite in meta, but he's making a resurgence here. I do think we'll see a Genji ban coming out of here. I think that's just expected at this point.
Yeah, if you don't have the Uther to lock down the Genji, he can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But we do see a Dahaka ban, also a very good hero. The global presence on this is very powerful because there are so many bushes around those shrines.
Guys, I totally didn't show the two bans, but it's cool. I fixed it.
You didn't show the two bans, Nick?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Switch? God, it's like we haven't done this in a year.
It's all good now, guys. I fixed it.
First pick Tassadar, so we're probably looking for a Vala or a Tracer hard carry here into the Tassadar, but that Tassadar kind of gives away a lot. Maybe they will try to take the Vala, deny that super heavy carry.
Yeah, it's something you definitely don't want to give up. So I think they either need to pick around trying to hard counter it, or they just need to go ahead and counter pick the Vala here. Tassadar Vala, Tassadar in general can really make your hard carry DPS very, very hard to kill.
Yep, and they could definitely take a Ariel Vala here. Two very strong picks, very... Ooh, Gul'dan. Gul'dan Ariel. I got one of the two. Gul'dan also a very, very powerful power generator for Ariel. very commonly picked with Ariel. That's going to give them a lot of lane sustain with just those 2 heroes right there. But it does leave open basically anything that First Pick Nova wants to do. Just to confirm, First Pick Nova is red, correct? We have those proper?
I think those are automatically set by Chair League, so I do believe so.
Actually, Tebby Bear took care of that for me.
Way to go.
Teddy
Way to go, Teddy. Yeah, so the only problem with taking the Gul'dan Ariel is you leave up the option of what Tastar is meant for. The benefit of Gul'dan Ariel is you get exactly what you want. So they said, you know what, you have Tastar, we don't want Vala, maybe you don't want him, we're not sure, but we know the combination that we want, Gul'dan Ariel, is also a hard carry, so a very strong recognition by LiT in proceeding with the Gul'dan Ariel.
And we do see the Gray Mane get picked up to go with the Tassadar. You know, another one of the heroes, a very heavy carry that works really well with the Tassadar shield. Not quite as well as a Tracer or a Vala, but still very powerful. And the Anubarak is just an all-around fantastic tank right now. You know.
Yeah, I love the Anub pickup here. The lockdown that he brings, the chase potential that he brings to complement the Gray Mane dive, the Gray Mane poke. A great 1-2-3 punch coming out of First Pick Nova here.
A lot of
what do you expect to see from the band side here?
I not sure. They could
Thinking
try to whittle
Rhaegar?
down the healing pool a little bit more.
Yeah, okay, Stukov. I was thinking Stukov. I was thinking Rhaegar, just because that Ancestral is very powerful as well, but Stukov can be very, very annoying to play against.
Oh yeah, you definitely do not want you know, banning a healer here is still very viable because Tassadar doesn't solo. Like,
correct.
You don't do that with him right now. That's not how he plays. Tassadar plus another healer, he does enough damage and the shields, really, you know, just keep everything going really well. We are seeing an Arthas hover. Not bad. I like it because Arthas is really good against the Gray Mane.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a very respectable ban. Recognizing what they're going for on a dive composition with a noob Gray Mane. You don't want to be diving into an Arthas. He is the complete counter to that. So, great recognition coming out of LiT, or out of First Pick Nova.
So the meta right now does seem to be favoring either a 2-tank or a 2-healer, or even a 2-tank, 2-healer meta. Do you think that LiT is going to be going 2 tanks or 2 healers? They definitely need a powerful front line because the Ariel Gul'dan, although it does provide a lot of sustain, you need blockers to keep them away from those.
I would expect to see them going with a second warrior here, or 2 warriors, personally.
I agree. And I think Gul'dan is just not enough to solo damage, so I think it'll be 2 tanks and another DPS.
Yep, I could agree with that. I think the Gul'dan will give plenty of power generation for Ariel to keep everyone. The Cho'Gall!
Oh, excuse me, everybody, pour a drink. This just got real.
Cannot say I saw that one coming.
This
Honestly,
is the
was
old
not
school
expecting
Ariel and a
Hey, Gul'dan
energy
Ariel Cho'Gall is
energy seeker, and then with Cho'Gall. I mean, this is old school, but very viable.
So who do you think they're gonna pick up to counter that? Aside from the
they already
Yorick.
have Gray Mane.
yeah.
And they already have Curse Bullet, so the Cho'Gall was kind of picked into a dangerous situation because Curse Bullet is obviously 40% of Cho'Gall's health. That's basically 40% of 2 heroes' health at once. That's super powerful, so they're going to have to be careful about the dive. I would not be surprised to see a Tychus.
Ooh, that's a good option too. I was going to say Leoric and a healer, but they could go Tychus and a healer if they wanted to as well.
Yeah, Tychus does pair very well with Tassadar. Oh, we've seen that quite a bit in HGC.
Melf Leoric, so
Yep. I think that
pretty standard picks into the Cho'Gall here. You can get the root into the Drain Life, into the Curse Bullet, into the Noob Stun. I mean, plenty of blow-up potential coming out of First Pick Nova here with the utility between Malfurion and Tastar. I'm curious to see if they can keep up with the healing required, and I think they will be able to with the Tastar as a support here, but they may run into problems if the Gaul and Gul'dan have good focus fire.
Yeah,
I
I'm not.
honestly would be okay seeing some sort of Tyrande or higher DPS healer here.
I'm not sure
I
Greymane
could
will
see
be
that.
enough damage to get through it if they do pick up a second healer here. Them going for the double support, double tank does really limit the damage with just that one hyper carry.
Although, if they do pick another healer here, it has to be someone who can solo lane because they're gonna
What
want
about a
this
Brightwing
4-man.
here? Went with the Sonya. I was thinking maybe a Brightwing as that split support coming in. I don't know. I can understand the Sonya though. Sonya is very good at the objective here. Sonya is very good at split laning.
I think
that
Sonya
will
has
allow...
enough self-sustain, and she's able to kind of get into their backline and punish. The only thing I'm worried about is the Anubarak saving his stuns for her, because really that's all he needs to save his stuns for. When she dives in, stun her to death, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and this is best of 3, so we will at least have one other game after this.
Woo!
I do enjoy that. The one thing I have to say is LIT Unknown coming out with the portrait synergy. I'm gonna have to lean. We do have all Novas out of first pick Nova, so I can respect that. But they're not all the same. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
LIT Unknown stepping into first pick Nova's territory.
I
Portrait
know.
synergy on Nova.
10
against
out of
first
10
pick Nova.
Novas. 10 out of 10 Novas. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
So who would you have to give the draft to, John?
I think I like first pick Nova's draft a little better than LIT Unknown's. And I have to lean that way just because Cho'Gall is such a succeed or die kind of composition. It's hard to lean that way without seeing the Cho'Gall play style.
I am going to give it to first pick Nova as well, just because I think they have a very good counter to the Cho'Gall in the Cursed Bullet and the Leoric. And as long as they play well and use those percentage health abilities on the Cho'Gall and get him dead, they're gonna do very well this game.
Now, with the Greymane in the 4-man, do we anticipate the Leoric split or the Tastar split here?
I would expect the Leoric to be split. Well, they could do both split in different lanes and just 3-man push bottom.
Alright, I will go ahead and kick us off here. Starting on the blue trunks, we have Teddy Bear 3-3 on Gul'dan, Legion on Gaul, Devil Hawk on Ariel, Gnome Digest on Sonya, and Chaos Pigeon on Cho.
And on the red side, we have AH Steely on Tassadar, Party Boy Corey on Anubarak, Grendel on Leoric, Jet on Greymane, and Kix on Malfurion. Also, that new Anubarak skin is awesome.
Yes, it is. I was thinking the same thing as you were reading that off. We are going to have the classic 5-man dance here in the center. So we'll see who comes out on top of that, if there is any bit of an engagement.
Poke, 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 poke.
Well, in the downtime, immediately I see Righteous Assault out of Ariel, which, I find kind of interesting, perhaps going for a little bit more damage, trying to get the Sacred Sweep out more often. Perhaps going into the blind build off of that, I'm not sure.
We have Cho'Gall splitting top to get the soak and then rotating back to mid. Doesn't really look like there's very coherent splitting here. Just still looking for that first pick in a team fight.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Neither team is willing to fully commit to the soaking yet. We do have Sony split, and it does look like they are going to have the Cho'Gall constantly going up trying to get that split soak.
If he can successfully make it between the two lanes, they need to pick one of the lanes and, you know, put pressure. But the problem is, First Pick Nova still has 4 heroes rotating between mid and bottom as well. So LiT can't really focus with the 3 people.
Yeah, definitely the rotation game out of the Tassadar and Greymane is always going to favor First Pick Nova here. We are going to have a very generic center spawn of the shrine, so that should bring everyone together. Hopefully both teams get 4 here, which should be the priority before going into the shrine.
Greymane is bottom, still soaking, trying to get that 4. LiT Unknown is a little bit ahead in experience, but the Greymane being bottom should get them both 4 pretty much the same time.
Yeah, we did see LiT trying to go for a little bit of a party bush there. Unfortunately, Sony missed the spear, but the intent was there, and we'll see if that continues throughout the rest of the game.
Cho'Gall does get chunked down to about half health. LiT is a little bit low here. Both the teams about equal, but Leoric starts the shrine, so they're going to force the engage.
Yeah, we saw immediately as Greymane arrived, even before Cursed Bullet, Cho'Gall is really going to have to watch his health. Greymane is just doing a nasty amount of damage along with the Leoric.
That Ariel is doing pretty good chunks of damage with her whip.
Whip is no joke. We are going to see the forced engage here. You can't let Sonya sit on the shrine too long. A noob does end up diving in, follow-on stun into Greymane on Cho'Gall.
No.
Tassadar barely surviving out of there. It does look like First Pick Nova is going to have to back out of here. Unfortunately, Greymane does end up getting picked up, and this is the opportunity that LiT was looking for in full chase.
It looked like that Greymane had a bit of a misclick. Instead of running up around the tree here, he kind of ran into it, and Sonya took advantage of that very quickly. 26 to 22 skulls though, and Greymane is back up. They can come and look for another engage.
Well, unfortunately, Leoric barely getting out. Does look like he may end up dying. There it is to the poison. So I don't think they can do a 4-on-5 engagement here, and they are going to have to give up this first shrine. Do you think they'll full push or split?
The shrine. I think that they should stick with all 4 here and maybe try to get a keep, just because, well, Leoric will be coming up right on top of them, so maybe they should definitely get some soak.
Oh, does initial whip stun out of Leoric. Again, Leoric down beyond half health. Unfortunately, Cho'Gall just sits there and allows him to gain all of his life, but we are seeing a little more out of the first Immortal or Punisher than normal. With the keep or fort going down to about half health, but overall good defense out of First Pick Nova.
Yeah, if you saw Greymane actually rotated top, he gets soaked pretty quickly, and he is their highest damage dealer on that Immortal, so... But the rotate back down does nearly get the Cho'Gall, but the Ario healing right now between the Cho'Gall and the Ul'dan, she just has so much energy.
I do like this Sonya split down here getting bottom camp. We do have an engagement in mid, however. Greymane is going to be able to get Ariel. Great bush dive out of a noob there.
That was a great combo from a noob into a root. It guaranteed that kill. She just melted. It's exactly what they're looking for with that combo.
We do have some, unfortunately a noob misses bottom, but that is the just 2-man pressure between the Anub and Greymane. Able to put out a lot of damage and a lot of CC just between the 2 of them.
Cho'Gall does manage to pick off Leoric up top and is getting some push. The top wall is already pretty much out of ammo. Cho'Gall is pushing right on through it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big advantage because if the next Immortal comes up top, they are going to be able to fully pressure in with the Immortal. So any bit of wall damage early on here pre-10 is definitely very, very important. But a good job out of First Pick Nova to keep the XP relatively close here with a lot of the structure XP in the side of LiT here. So very good lane soaking out of First Pick Nova to not fall too far behind.
A shrine gathers power.
You have Sonya getting the left shaman camp. So that's going to be putting a little bit of pressure, and it is a top shrine, so hopefully they, First Big Nova clears that on the way over, on the way up. Otherwise, there is going to be some constant pressure in it.
Yeah, it does look like First Pick Nova is going to try and clear out mid, so their camp is the one applying pressure throughout this engagement, which I do like that call. I was curious to see if Nova, or if Sonya goes down and clears it, or rejoins their team here, as it is going to be a 5v4 during the initial engagement.
Greymane diving onto Gul'dan, and Gul'dan is definitely caught out.
Fantastic route.
Yeah, very, very good routes here from Malfurion. Gul'dan down. However, Arya still does have Cho'Gall to generate energy off of, so they can definitely get some poke in here. And with the Shaman camp getting up here, First Big Nova might have to back out a little bit to try to clear this. As you see, they still have 2 people sitting outside of the actual shrine, but they already
Yeah, I
have
do
10
love
skulls.
the immediate pick on Gul'dan. Sonya immediately goes to mid and says, okay, I need to pick up 10 for my team. And now they have the 10 advantage. So as far as they gave up the first half of the shrine, they may be able to get back in here and contest with the level 10 advantage as Gul'dan just now returns.
Yep, 5v5 up top again. Definitely looks like LiT is a bit healthier. Ooh, we get the up.
Oh, a great pull, a great whirlwind, and a fear combination. It does look like the advantage will fall into LiT as they have First Pick Nova in full retreat.
It does get Tassadar, and the rest of the First Pick Nova is very low. Sonya back on the shrine very immediately. However, she's not. They're only at 26 to 32, and Tassadar is already back up. First Pick Nova is looking healthy again. They can try to engage on this. It's going to be about even when they come back. This might be a very
great
shrine fight.
Great ult combinations coming out of First Pick Nova. Unfortunately, the Twilight Dream comes a little early for the Cho'Gall, but they do end up securing the kill on Ariel. However, it comes at a cost. Cho'Gall dies, Tassadar barely gets out alive, but the Immortal does go towards LiT.
So that was actually a really nice burrow dive from Anub'arak onto Ariel, and then the follow-up Entomb by Leoric looked really good, but the Aegis on herself managed to keep her alive just long enough for them, or for LiT to get the rest of First Pick Nova down really low, and LiT actually does take the fight.
Yeah, so here it is. The immediate wall pressure from earlier allows this Mortar Punisher to walk to the keep wall a lot earlier than normal. A great pull out of Cho'Gall here. Again, follow-up damage onto Malfurion. Malfurion goes down, Leoric goes down, and Greymane is very low in the back, has to be very cautious. So again, that early game pressure allowed for that Immortal to immediately go on to keep pressure, and we saw LiT take full advantage of that.
Yep, that was a great double kill. All of Cho'Gall's ults just worked perfectly there.
Oh, the Sonya leap!
Tassadar blows Tassadar up. They're chasing the Greymane. They get through the Greymane. Anub'arak steals the camp. But here,
but at what cost? At what cost?
That was a very nice web to save the two, Leoric and Anub'arak. However, yeah, definitely don't think First Big Nova came out ahead there.
No, unfortunately, with the Greymane getting chased down with the spear after the fantastic Sonya leap, again, Gall's eyes here, it looks like they may need to be taken out, so First Pick Nova is not seen, because with that vision, it allowed Sonya to come leaping over the wall on top of them. I do like the immediate pressure onto bottom camps. I think that is exactly what you want. When you are ahead, you want to keep that lane pressure up, keep the pressure on their throats, and make them respond all over the map, force them into a mistake.
Yep, there's still a 13 talent ahead.
Oh, Greymane pull. That's exactly what we need.
Greymane is not going to get out of there.
A great pull out of Cho there.
That was 2 ults to kill a Greymane, however, a 70-second and an 80-second, so...
That is true. However, I think...
There's not going to be another engage in enough time,
meanwhile,
so it's definitely going to be worth it, but First Pick Nova really needs to get 13 right now. Hopefully clearing both of these camps mid will get it for them, but LiT is looking to...
They are going to force that pressure immediately.
Greymane down.
Yeah,
And
great
immediately
web
onto a noob or onto Cho'Gall, but Ariel gets him out right quick. And we're gonna have a pickoff onto Leoric. LiT once again taking advantage of the fact that they are 13 talents here up and just looking to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, immediately they recognize, hey, Greymane is not quite back yet. Let's force the issue. Let's see if we can get a pick. I did like the web wrap out of a noob. Unfortunately, with Gul'dan and Gall, there was just too much damage for Malfurion to sustain. A great entomb coming out of Leoric. Unfortunately, the shove from Gall gets Cho out of there and applies the pressure, so no further pressure could be applied onto Gul'dan, who was trapped in the entomb.
While that fight mid was happening, Anubarak and Greymane tried to actually get on the Sonya on the Shrine at 2v1, but they didn't full engage. I definitely think that was a missed opportunity. They could have killed off that Sonya. They definitely could have turned this fight for their favor. Luckily, this is a Punisher on the bottom lane, which one of the lanes they haven't gotten through the first wall and first support through. So definitely the best place to lose one more Punisher for first pick Nova.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a great pull out of that. Castar needs to respond with his E dimensional shift immediately. Unfortunately, is unable to. And Cho'Gall again with being web wrap. Let's see what kind of pressure they can apply. Unfortunately, Sonya leaps in with the immortal jump on top of it. Nice 1-2 combination punch. And then immediately drops Leoric and forces a noob into the full retreat. Let's see what kind of defense.
Super aggressive here, and even though they're getting those web wraps exactly on who they want, they're not able to do anything with the web wraps. The Sonya and everyone else is already in the fight, fighting, getting that web wrap down, and keeping the pressure on the back line to the point where the web wraps aren't getting any of the value that First Pick Nova was hoping for.
Absolutely. Sonya is saying, okay, you have my Cho'Gall web wrapped, but I'm going to go ahead and jump on your backline and force you to respond back here rather than you pursuing onto my backline. So I do think Sonya is making a great sustained fight out of her leap, and I do like her going up here and taking the camp right now, but they are recognizing, okay, you've got your web wrap out, but I'm going to force the issue, make you respond instead of you doing what you want to do out of that engagement. So a great recognition out of Sonya, being very consistent with that.
I really haven't been seeing too many of the cursed bullets landing on the Cho'Gall. They're getting the web wrap, but you know they're looking for that follow-up to the web wrap. They want the web wrap into the entomb, into the cursed bullet, into blowing up the Cho'Gall and winning the fight. But the Sonya with the leap is just getting way too much value jumping onto their squishy backline, while the Anubarak is up in front trying to take care of that Cho'Gall.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless they can land a Twilight Dream coming out of the web wrap, I think it is going to be very difficult for that Greymane to land the Curse Bullet. So, and that's the benefit in what is so powerful about what Sonya is doing. So again, great recognition out of Sonya, forcing the engagement to go their direction rather than responding.
Also, it's been really good of LiT. Every time they win a fight and a Punisher, they back off and take camps.
Oh, great web wrap, a great Aegis coming out of Ariel there, followed a Fear. Unfortunately, Twilight Dream does go up, and unfortunately, Cho'Gall is able to just eat through it. Greymane is not able to respond, not able to get that Curse Bullet out, not able to kill the Cho'Gall, and they do have the pick coming off on, Gul'dan, but oh, another great pull out of Cho'Gall there.
Yeah, that was a wonderful pull. That was a really good engage for First Pick Nova. They got exactly who they wanted on the web wrap. Cho'Gall was in that web wrap the entire time, but they were able to zone the rest of the team from getting that Cho'Gall out, but they still couldn't kill anyone. The Gul'dan is just giving so much, even though he got killed, he's giving so much energy to the Ariel, and the moment the Gul'dan died, Cho'Gall was back alive. And then she just hatted Cho'Gall, and still had so much energy once again. Like, there's nothing they can do. They have to get on the backline and kill the Ariel. The Ariel is just putting so much sustain. But the moment they try to get on the backline and kill the Ariel, Sonya's doing exactly what she's doing now. She's attacking forts, she's attacking keeps, she's jumping on the one hero out of position, nearly killing them, making them back off. They put First Pick Nova on such a back foot. They're playing so defensively. LiT is just perfectly playing this game right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think going back to that middle engagement here, as first pick Nova is forced to kind of give up the first half of this Mortal. You had the great engagement, and then unfortunately, because you weren't able to get the kill off because of the Aegis in time, you still had to focus energy on the Ariel up front and the Gul'dan up front. You weren't able to kill them in time during the web wrap, so Cho'Gall actually came back alive during your still focused on the Ariel and Gul'dan, so a great Aegis coming out of Ariel in that fight as well. I do like the recognition from first pick Nova here saying, okay, I need to try and get some XP out of this. You guys are going to be at 20 here. You're going to be on core. We need to try and do something. We can't engage there. We can't get caught out. So good recognition. Don't get caught out. Don't throw the game here. A little nervous with this Malfurion.
Their last chance to engage pre-20. Fighting on that shrine would have been the last chance for first pick Nova to have a chance of coming back here. I think that this is going to be game. You see the web wrap back on the
a great fear. A great dive out of Ariel, or out of a noob onto Ariel, but Ariel gets the Aegis off in time. Leoric is split in no man's land. And again, a great Twilight Dream, unfortunately they're in full retreat with just too much damage coming out from the Gul'dan Gaul combination.
They got that web wrap on the Cho'Gall, and then they went into engage, but the moment they get full engaged, that Cho'Gall comes back out, and it's just sitting on their back line, just messing them up. It's a really good game, really good play from LiT. Their comp was really nice, and it worked out really well. I really think that first pick Nova needed to focus the web wraps onto Ariel. I think that her staying alive and getting that Aegis off on their kill target was just super powerful and gave them so much value.
Couldn't agree more. I think that is exactly what happened in almost every team fight. If we were to go back and watch some replays here, they got the web wrap off they wanted. They got the dive from a noob and Greymane onto the same target. Great shot calling there. Unfortunately, with Ariel being alive at that point, they were able to consistently get the Aegis off, and that counteracted the time chunk that went into the web rack, and then all of a sudden Cho'Gall was in between their team. It's like they set up a split onto themselves because they just weren't able to counteract the Aegis coming out of Ariel. So as much as I want to give Sonya the MVP in that map, I am going to go ahead and give it to Ariel. I think those Aegises were exactly what counteract the web wrap as much as the Sonya diving into the back line. How about you, Kyle?
Yep, definitely giving the MVP to Ariel. Devilhawk playing Ariel. I think that the Aegises were perfectly put on the kill target just about every single time, including the times that the kill target was himself. And you could just see the Greymane after diving in, trying to get that kill. The moment the Aegis went off, he kind of just stood there stunned, like, okay, well, I'm here now. I'm Greymane, really deep in their lines trying to get that kill, and it's not going to happen. And then the moment that Aegis is gone, Cho'Gall's right back on Greymane, and that's it. 2 or 3 people from first pick Nova died. I think it was a really good game overall. I definitely think that LiT, they were a little bit behind in the beginning, but towards the mid game, they just got momentum and did not let that momentum go. They snowballed that right through the end. It was very well played.
Absolutely. Nick, what do you think?
I think Ariel was the MVP by far, but Cho and Gall had some great ult combos there. But again, what you guys highlighted, the Aegis was always on point exactly when they needed it, on the correct target, and just shut them down. Also, Sonya playing so aggressive the way she was in the team fights really, really shut down their web wrap potential. They would web wrap Cho'Gall, dive onto the back line of their team, but Sonya would just leap right onto theirs and chunk them all down.
Yeah, everyone played really well. I will definitely say that those Cho'Gall ults were awesome. There were multiple times that the upheaval got 2 to 3 people, and then just everything else just blew them up the moment they were back in there. Wonderful. Very,
Yeah, that
very
was
fun. Very
by
fun team
far
play.
the most successful Cho pulls that I think I've ever seen. He almost got 2 minimum in every single pull, and we saw how beneficial that was for the team follow up. Into a goal, into a whip, into Gul'dan. It just constant pressure. So
Oh, it looks
very,
like
very good.
first pick Nova has discovered the power of portrait synergy after that first game.
Don't give it away yet. They can't see.
Well, you know
Oh,
what?
whoa!
I'm not giving anything away.
I mean, they're gonna see when they hear us. No.
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 So we have the first screen with the 3 of us speaking.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. That's
Come on,
Still,
John.
I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them.
they
Me
they
too.
heard my comments during the load in, and they knew that they needed something to correct.
It also makes it very easy when you're setting up the lobby to know which team who goes on.
Let's talk about the true
overlay
things that
is
matter.
not correct. It doesn't look like, but that's all right.
What do you mean?
So what do you guys think of Towers of Doom here?
Why is the
this-
overlay not correct? I'm confused.
Well, it still shows 0-0, but it looked like it had the first map highlighted in red, which would have been first pick Nova and Lit 1, but because it's 0-0, I'm thinking it just didn't update, so don't worry about it.
Yes. It's not me. It's not me, guys.
I
Can't
know,
do it.
I know. So back to the question at hand. How do you guys feel about Towers of Doom? Do you think we'll see a Lost Vikings come out here?
No, I don't. I think priority will be set on banning globals. I could see Dahaka being banned first again, just like that first game there. Maybe, probably not see a Falstead ban, but we could see him picked up later in the draft.
I am going to say that we are going to see either a Zagara or an Asmodon. That is my prediction. Zagara or Asmodon.
Really?
Yeah. Pull out the
I can see
pushers.
a Zagara. I'm not sure about an Asmo. That
No. Chromie has been really powerful on this map recently. So, might see her.
Zool Chromie.
Zool Chroma, you knock your nonsense off.
Zool Chromie is amazing. It is so powerful.
I mean, sitting duck for sure, but
That vulnerability, you one-shot anybody. They all die.
everybody does.
Until someone gets cleansed. Then, cleanse always ruins the fun, but...
Oh man, I can't move myself. I was gonna move myself into Team 1 and say let's go, but they maybe maybe they don't want me.
That
you
is
know?
against chair league rules.
No, fine.
You need to have everybody on your team. No subs allowed.
No subs allowed. That's brutal.
Remember that one team last season that every game we played, all 3 games, it was
There was a
5
new
times
team?
equal?
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
it was 2 full teams, and then one was a mix.
All right.
them.
Hey, both
Oh.
teams are ready here, so we are good to go when you are.
Yeah, I don't start the game. It's not me, guys.
Oh, okay.
Teddy Bear
It's been
is
a
the
while
one
since-
in control.
Guys,
We
I
are
It's been a
remembered-
while since
I
I've,
remember to switch to the
talk.
draft.
Yay!
I'm getting
Awesome.
better.